The Humane Society of Missouri's Animal Cruelty Task Force came here to North St. Louis to rescue a 5-month-old boxer puppy who suffered injuries to most of his body. The source of his injuries is still unknown. At just 5 months old, little Sonny was left all alone, whimpering in pain and wandering the streets with no food, no water, and no shelter from the blistering summer heat. Luckily, someone called the Humane Society of Missouri, where Sonny could get the help he desperately needed. Leslie Waldschmidt, you are an animal cruelty investigator with the Humane Society. You played a key role in Sonny's rescue, and this is the neighborhood where he was found.
Yep, that's right. We found him right over here on the sidewalk, just about where that pole is.
What did he look like?
He was just laying there and not really wanting to move, probably because it hurt.
You couldn't pick him up? I imagine that was an issue.
We got, some towels. He actually started to lunge, to nip at you because it hurt so bad. That was his way of telling us it hurt. So we got a big towel and picked him up, and he was vocalizing, in a lot of pain.
When we got the call in for Sonny, he was originally called in as a hit by car. I arrived at the property where he had last been seen. As I approached Sonny, it was very clear that he had not been hit by a car. He had injuries over probably 3/4 of his body that were consistent with burns. I was able to secure him with a towel, cover him, and get him safely transported to our facility, where we immediately started a triage of his injuries and cleaning them and starting the process of getting him better.
That degree of tissue damage from a burn and that extensive an area of the body would put him at great risk from just going into shock in the near future and having severe infections as a long-term consequence of what we were dealing with. As time goes on, we've taken care of infection problems, we've relieved his pain, we've been continually treating those wounds, but there's also the issue of behavior. He ended up spending a total of 3 months with us. So addressing that is also part of what the Veterinary Medical Center does in coordination with the other specialty areas in the Humane Society.
We received so many calls about Sonny. Even the next day, people were calling first thing in the morning. They were touched by his story.
I saw Sonny's story on the news. The report was that someone had set him on fire and then he was found wandering around. There's something special about rescue dogs. I think they really appreciate having a good home. We have a border collie, and Sophie is 5. Lily's 15, she's a little toy poodle. And then we have Jada, who is 17, who is a lab mix, and they're all rescue dogs.
I can remember when Susan first called, she was so concerned about Sonny's care, and she wanted him to have all the best. And she called us every day just to check on him and see how he was doing. Well, our adoption process tries to tailor the animals to the families. We want somebody that's going to be able to take care of that animal and that the animal will fit into their lifestyle. Certainly with Sonny, he had some special needs. He had some issues that still needed to be taken care of even after he had gone to his new home. So we're looking for somebody in that instance that can take care of those issues, has some experience with special needs dogs, because this is a long-term process. They don't just mend and are able to continue. They have ongoing issues that need to be cared for. As we went through, there was a lot of wonderful people that were interested in Sonny, and it was hard to choose the right family, but I think we found Susan and her husband were going to be the best fit for Sonny in the long run.
The first time I met Sonny, I just immediately fell in love with him. When he smiles, he's got sort of an underbite. It's the cutest thing. We introduced him to each dog separately, and in a couple hours they were running and playing, and by Sunday they were just all the best friends. It couldn't have turned out better. I was concerned that we would have to really pay attention to the skin, but Dr. Swartz, who was the doctor that took care of Sonny while he was at the Humane Society, did a wonderful job. He really has no lasting effects other than having no hair on the part of the skin that's scarred. But that doesn't stop him from being just a normal little puppy right now. We walk in the park every day. We play outside. I try not to dwell on what has happened to Sonny. He's happy now and just move forward from there.